What are the challenges of working in forensic psychology? What challenges do professionals face in the field of forensic psychology? This unique area combines psychology with the criminal justice system, creating a complex environment. One major challenge is the emotional and psychological strain that comes from working with violent offenders. Forensic psychologists often engage with individuals who have committed horrific crimes. This exposure can lead to emotional exhaustion and secondary trauma. It is tough to process the mindset of those who lack remorse for their actions. Another challenge is the complexity of criminal behavior. Human actions in criminal situations are rarely straightforward. Forensic psychologists must analyze motives and mental states, which can be difficult. For instance, distinguishing between genuine mental illness and someone faking symptoms is critical but not always easy. Cases like that of John Wayne Gacy show how challenging it can be to assess mental health accurately in legal contexts. Accuracy and reliability in assessments are also significant concerns. Forensic psychology relies on interviews and psychological testing. However, there is a risk of false positives, which means incorrectly identifying someone as dangerous or mentally ill. This can lead to wrongful accusations or convictions. The memory wars of the 1990s highlighted how suggestive interviewing techniques can implant false memories, complicating evaluations. Maintaining objectivity while working closely with law enforcement and attorneys is another hurdle. Forensic psychologists must provide unbiased expert testimony. However, they may feel pressure to support either the prosecution or defense. This balancing act is tough because their findings can greatly influence legal outcomes. Legal and ethical constraints add another layer of complexity. Forensic psychologists must navigate strict ethical standards while ensuring confidentiality. They also have a duty to report findings that may affect public safety. This requires careful judgment, especially when responsibilities conflict. Moreover, many people have misconceptions about forensic psychology. Contrary to popular belief, forensic psychologists spend more time on research and report writing than on crime scene investigations. This can be disappointing for those drawn to the field by sensationalized media portrayals. Additionally, misunderstandings about the scope of forensic psychology can complicate collaboration with legal professionals. Finally, dealing with unpredictable human behavior is a constant challenge. Violent offenders can be unpredictable, and assessing risks for future violence is inherently uncertain. Evaluating individuals with severe mental illnesses, such as schizophrenia, requires careful consideration of their capacity for violence. In practical terms, forensic psychologists contribute to criminal profiling, risk assessments, and expert testimony. Their work helps law enforcement anticipate offender behavior and supports courts in making informed decisions. Despite the many challenges, forensic psychologists play a vital role in bridging psychology and criminology, promoting justice and public safety.